Yes, see here, ma. After having the cells topic, cells, we have studied in previous video cells. What is cell? What is the EMF of cell? What is the terminal potential difference of cell? What is the internal resistance of cell? On what factors internal resistance of cell depends? Like that, we have series and parallel combination of cells we have completed. Afterwards, our topic is nothing but Kirchhoff's laws. Kirchhoff's laws or Kirchhoff laws. Okay, some people used to pronunciate Kirchhoff's laws. Some people they used to pronunciate Kirchhoff laws. But whatever it may be, okay, we are going to follow with Kirchhoff laws. Okay, actually, if you see here, this is a circuit. Here R resistance is there. Here cell of EMF E has sign. Here I am going to take another circuit, cell R resistance, E1 EMF, and here another cell. Okay, like this and like this I have taken. Right, this is R2 resistance, R3 resistance, EMF of cell like this. Is it? Now two are. This circuit is said to be here simple circuit, and this circuit is said to be here complex circuit. Simple circuit can be explained by using which law means Ohm's law. Which law? Ohm's law. But we are unable to explain this complex circuit by using the Ohm's law. Ohm's law, okay, is not explained. Ohm's law is not explained. Which one? Complex circuit. Ohm's law cannot analyze the complex circuit. Ohm's law can analyze only the simple circuit. Is it? Here Ohm's law can analyze the simple circuit. Here Ohm's law cannot analyze the complex circuit. Is it? Right. In that situation, to analyze this kind of complex circuits, here we are having Kirchhoff laws. There are two Kirchhoff laws are there. Kirchhoff first law. Kirchhoff first law is also known as Kirchhoff current law or Kirchhoff junction rule. You can call it as Kirchhoff current law or Kirchhoff junction rule. Kirchhoff second law is also known as Kirchhoff loop rule or ORR. Kirchhoff loop rule or Kirchhoff voltage law. Okay, now let me discuss about them. Okay, separately. Right. For every law, there is a statement. Statement for Kirchhoff first law or Kirchhoff current law or junction rule. Kirchhoff junction rule is nothing but the algebraic sum of current, algebraic sum of the current at the node or junction. At the node or junction is zero. But here the algebraic sum of the current at the node or junction is 0. Is it? Sir, what is the node? What is the node? Node is nothing but that is a point. See, node is nothing but that is a point at which two or more branches are meeting. Now this is one branch of current. This is another branch, another branch, another branch, another branch. Where the all branches are meeting, that point is said to be here node or junction. Another one is there for voltage rule. Mesh. Now this is nothing but node or junction. Mesh means nothing but that is a closed path. Here one resistance is there, here another resistance is there, here one cell, here also, okay, another resistance, here cell, okay. If it is like this, closed path is there means with more components, which is said to be here loop or mesh, and this is said to be point, is said to be here junction or node. Okay, now what is the Kirchhoff first rule is saying is the algebraic sum of current at the node is 0 or junction is 0. That is how to write this one means you just see algebraic sum of means summation I is equal to what we can write here 0. For example, if you take here I am going to take this is a branch of current, here one branch of current is being like this is another branch of current, here this is another branch, here also one branch of current. Now here from first branch I1 current is flowing towards the junction, in second one I1 current is leaving from the junction, that means here I3 current is meeting to the junction, that means moving, that means current is flowing towards the junction. I4 current also towards the junction, I5 current is away from the junction. Now from this figure, okay, from the figure let me see what we get. Right, the total current is 0, algebraic sum of total current, that means I1, okay. Sir, current which is entering to the node you take positive sign, current is leaving from the node you take negative sign. So I1 minus I2 is leaving, so I2, I3 is meeting, so I3, I4 also meeting, so I4, okay, I5 is leaving, so we can write I5. Now from this one I1 plus I3 plus I4 is equal to, we can write I2 plus I4. Okay, minus terms I have brought this. That means from this one we can write one thing. I1, I3, I4. These three are nothing but sum of the current entering into the node. Sum of the current entering into the node. I2, I5 are nothing but sum of the current leaving from the node. Okay, so from this one we can write here. Okay, the sum of the Kirchhoff first rule is also written as the sum of the current entering into the node, is equal to sum of the current leaving from the node, sum of the current leaving, okay, from the node, leaving from the node. See, sum of the current entering into the node is equal to sum of the current leaving from the node. Now this is also you can write in examination point, or this is also you can write, but this is acceptable, this is also acceptable. Okay, for both marks are going to apply. Now, sir, what is the significance of this law? Okay, this is nothing but current. Current is nothing but charges, flow of charges. So this charge, this law deals with the charge, conservation of charge. How much charge is entering to the node? Okay, that much charge only leaving from the node. So its significance is conservation of charge, right? They may ask in examination, what is the significance of Kirchhoff first law? For 1 mark, it is very, very important. Okay, what is the significance of Kirchhoff first law means? That is nothing but conservation of charge. Okay, now the second one is nothing but Kirchhoff's which one? Voltage rule. We will study, right? Yes, Kirchhoff voltage rule. Kirchhoff's second law. Kirchhoff's second law is also known as Kirchhoff's voltage law. Kirchhoff's voltage law. Right. Kirchhoff's voltage law is also known as Kirchhoff's voltage law. Sir, for this law also there is a statement. Right. After writing the statement, I will explain. What is the statement means? First of all, I will explain first. The algebraic sum of net electric current at a node is 0. This one is also known as Kirchhoff first law. There is another name also, Kirchhoff's junction rule also. Okay, now this is mesh rule, loop rule also, Kirchhoff's loop rule, loop law. We can call it as like that also. Right? What is the statement here? Means here the algebraic sum of net electric potential and EMF of cells is 0 in a closed loop. That means, just look at here, statement I am in a closed loop or mesh in a closed loop or mesh, comma, the algebraic sum of potentials and EMFs of cells is 0. That means in a closed loop the algebraic sum of potentials and EMFs of cells is 0. Now that is the statement of the Kirchhoff's which rule? Voltage rule. Is it? Now here how I can write means summation, that is algebraic sum means summation V plus E is equal to 0. Potential differences and the EMF of the cells is equal to 0. Algebraic sum of potentials and EMF of cells is equal to 0 in which one? In a closed loop. In a closed loop, if it is like this means, see, I am going to take loop here, okay, like this I am going to take. This is one loop, one branch. Alright, now here it is another branch, okay, like this is there. See, like this one loop is there. Now the name of the loop is A, B, C. Right here cell positive, cell negative. Right here this is cell positive, cell negative. Right, current is begins to flow from this point. That is nothing but I current. Here to here it is like this. Okay, like this current is flowing in the cell. Right here it is resistance R1, resistance R2, resistance R3 ampere. How much amount of current is flowing? I, and here it is. Now like this one loop is there. Okay, to this loop we have to apply the Kirchhoff voltage rule. Now to apply the Kirchhoff voltage rule, first of all, yesterday already I have explained to you, right? What is that means? You just see here, you just see. Very very important this is. Right? Now here I current is flowing from where to where? Point A to point B. I current is flowing like this, point A to point B. Here another case I am going to take. This is another case. Here current is flowing from where to where? B to A. This is B, this is A. Right? Now here resistance is nothing but R. Here also resistance is nothing but R. Okay. Now this is current and this is resistance. The product of current into resistance is nothing but potential. V is equal to IR. So you just see when the current in the direction of current is flowing from where to where means A to B. Okay, like this. Right. In that case, in the direction current in the direction of current. In the direction of current. Okay. Here potential difference. What we have to take means that is the negative according to sign. Right. Next. Here actually we want to go from where to where? We want to go from A to B. But current is opposite to the direction of A to B. Opposite to the direction of A to B. Okay, potential drop. What we have to take? Positive we have to take. Right? See, when you are going from A to B, in your direction, if there is a current, then the potential difference is negative. If you want to go A to B, the current is opposite to your direction. See, your direction is A to B, but current is flowing opposite to your direction. So potential is positive. Next, here cell. Now this is the cell. Here cell. EMF of cell is nothing but E. Right? If suppose current is flows from, now this is the current. Current is flows from battery positive to battery negative. See, battery positive to battery negative. In that case, EMF is nothing but what I can take, it is negative. EMF is negative. Right. Next to another case, if you just see another case. Suppose just a minute. Right. When the current is flowing from negative to positive, here you are observing negative to positive. Okay. In that case, EMF is positive. Suppose if the current is flowing from where to where? Look at here. Positive to negative. So EMF, what we have to take means that is nothing but negative. These two are the sign conventions. We have to take sign conventions. Yes, right. Now to apply the Kirchhoff rule, once again if you just see here, right. Now these two are sign conventions. You just remember the sign conventions and see. Here I am going to simplify the circle. Okay, a closed loop. Right. Now from the figure. Okay. Now look at here. By applying Kirchhoff's voltage law to loop, which loop? ABCD. Sorry, CA. ABCA is the complete loop. To this loop, if you apply the which one we have to apply? Okay, this one. If you apply the Kirchhoff voltage rule, how we make it? Let me see. First row A to B you are going, right? in the direction of current A to B. Your path is A to B. Your path is A to B. Your path is A to B, and the current direction also same. In that case, potential is negative. Is it? So your potential is I into R1. I into R1. What you may get means you may get here negative. Is it? Right. Next. Here B to C. B to C. You are going B to C. Okay. In your direction only there is a flow of current. In your direction only there is a flow of current. Is it? So in the direction of flow of current, potential IR will becomes negative. So minus IR2 we get. Next, here one cell is there. In this cell, current is flowing. Okay, in which direction? Towards positive. That means positive to negative. Suppose if the current is positive to negative direction is there, so EMF is nothing but what we have today. EMF is nothing but negative. Okay, so negative we have today, that is nothing but minus E1. Next, thereafter, here once again C to A. C to A, your direction is like this is there. Okay, C to A, your direction is there. Next, C to A. See first A to B, B to C, C to A. Okay, your direction and current direction. The path direction, current direction. Consider the path direction and current direction. Both are same. Both are same means potential difference is negative at this point. That is I into R3 we can get IR. Next to cell. See, current is flowing from where to where? Negative to positive. Current is from negative to positive. EMF is positive. So EMF E2 is nothing but here positive. So E2 is equal to what we can take? That is 0. That means the algebraic sum of potential differences and the EMF of cells in a closed loop is 0. Now, like that we have to, okay, listen. Right, now from this one, okay, finally what we can write? One conclusion here means, one conclusion we can write. That means the sum of the, in a closed loop, here from this one we can write. If all the terms will send this side means, you may get here I R1 minus plus I R2 plus I R3 is equal to E2 minus of E2 plus of minus E1. See, this minus, this minus, this minus. I will send outside. That means other side of equal. So those are becomes 0. Then the remaining is E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1. So I can write it like this. Now from this one, what conclusion I will give here means, that means in a closed loop, comma, sum of the potential differences is equal to sum of the EMFs of cells. We can write it like this. Okay, here the conclusion how we have given, the same conclusion I have given here also. Next thing, what is the significance of Kirchhoff's second law? Kirchhoff's first law is completely dealt with, the significance is completely dealt with conservation of charge. What is the significance of the Kirchhoff voltage law means? Significance is energy, potential, EMF, these all are energies. So its significance is conservation of energy. Conservation of energy. Yes, right. Now this is about the Kirchhoff's last law, Kirchhoff's first law and Kirchhoff's second law, in which if you come to the Kirchhoff's second law, it is very, very important. Okay, how to apply the, okay, how to take the Kirchhoff's second law Okay, for a loop, how to apply the Kirchhoff's law is very important. There I have given the sign conventions. You are considering direction and current direction both are same, potential difference is negative. Considering direction and current direction both are opposite means, okay, see, considered direction is A to B, you are considering the direction here. Here also A to B, you have considered the direction. But here in your considered direction only, current direction is there. Here you have considered the direction A to B, but current is opposite. Okay, like that you have to make it. Very, very important one. If you have any more doubts, just ask me. Okay. See, after writing this one, I will give another loop. Another loop I will give example loop. For that loop, you apply the Kirchhoff voltage rule and send it. Right, whether you are observing or not, there are two electrical loops I have given, mesh I have given. This is the first one in which A, B, C, D loops are there. Current directions also given, and like this. You apply the Kirchhoff voltage rule like this. That means A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. Here also you apply the Kirchhoff rule like this. A to B, B to C, C to D. Okay, this is also, I am not mentioning any point, directly you can take. Okay, otherwise you take E also. Okay, right, like this is just to find out A, B, C, D, E, A. Okay, right, do the homework. Okay, you send me personally. Right, dear students, after having the Kirchhoff laws, now we are having the condition for balanced Wheatstone bridge or network. Now this is very, very important for 5 marks. 2 to 5 times this question has asked in public examination. Right, sir, what is the Wheatstone bridge? Means Wheatstone bridge is, that is the arrangement. Okay, arrangement of the network, one of the network. Sir, in that network, how it consists of? Let me see here. Now, Wheatstone network is consists of the 4 resistors. Okay, now that is nothing but P. Here that is another resistance like this, another resistance like this, and here one more resistor. Which is like this. Here another resistor, we can take it as like this. Now this is nothing but arrangement of the balanced Wheatstone network. In this one, there are 4 resistors are there: P, Q, R, S. Of course, these resistors are arranged in the form of a quadrilateral, A, B, C, D quadrilateral like this. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. Okay, in the form of quadrilateral, 4 resistors are connected: P, Q, R, S like this. Now thereafter, in between B and D, here I am going to take one device. The name of the device is nothing but galvanometer. Galvanometer. Sir, what is the galvanometer? Galvanometer is a device which is used to measure the small currents. See, this is the galvanometer. Whether you are observing G is appearing, that is the galvanometer. Galvanometer is having the resistance. The resistance of the galvanometer is G. Of course, I have told, sir, galvanometer is a electrical device which is used to measure the small currents. Right. Thereafter, in between B and D, we have connected galvanometer. Right. In between A and C, look at here. In between A and C, what we have to connect here means we have to connect one cell. One cell we have to connect in between A and C. Now cell. Here one plug key. Here this is connected to plug key is denoted by K. Cell is nothing but battery. This is battery positive, battery negative. Right? Plug key means it is just like a switch mark. Okay, like this switch. Is it? Right. Next. Afterwards, current is flows from battery positive to battery negative. From battery positive, I current is begins to flow. That is I. When the current is reached to point A here, okay, this current is divided into two parts. Okay, I1 current is through P, I2 current is nothing but through R. It can flow. Next one, when the I1 current is reached to point B, once again junction point B. Once again, current is flows in two directions. Okay, current through the galvanometer is Ig. Current through the which one? This is nothing but I3. Okay, current through the Q resistor is nothing but I3. Once again, this Ig current and I2 current both are coming to meet at a point D. Okay, these both currents together gives rise to here I4. I3 current, I4 current, both will be reached, and once again they reach to battery negative. Okay, now the circuit has clear. Now circuit has clear. Okay, now to this V-stone, this circuit is said to be V-stone network or V-stone bridge. Now to this V-stone bridge, we have to apply the Kirchhoff laws. By applying the Kirchhoff laws, we have to derive the condition for balance. Balance the condition we have to derive. Okay, right. First look, by applying Kirchhoff current law at node B and D. At node B and node D, Kirchhoff current law we have to apply. First, if you take at B, okay, what is the Kirchhoff current law? Kirchhoff current law is nothing but the current entering to the node is equal to current leaving from the node. Current entering to the node, okay, B towards B, how many currents are coming? Only one current, that is I1, is equal to current leaving from the node. From the node, how many currents are leaving? Ig current is leaving, I3 current also leaving. So we can write here Ig plus I3. Now this is equation number 1. Next, thereafter, if you apply Kirchhoff current rule to node D, to this node D, if you apply the Kirchhoff voltage rule, okay, current rule, let me see. At T, see how many currents are entering to the T, I2 current to Ig current. So here what I can write means, here I can write I2 plus Ig is equal to current leaving from D is nothing but only one current, that is nothing but I4. So this is, you take it as 2 equation. See, by applying the Kirchhoff voltage rule, here I got, okay, the things are like this. Next one, Kirchhoff current rule is over. Next to Kirchhoff voltage law, right? By applying Kirchhoff voltage law to, actually Kirchhoff voltage law can be applicable to loop or mesh. Here 2 loops are there, A, D, D, A, one loop. Next to B, C, D, B, another loop. Okay, like this, A, B, D, A, and like this. Okay, this one is nothing but B, C, D, A, like this. 2 loops are there. Right. First, by applying Kirchhoff voltage law to loop A, B, D, A. First, A to B, if you see, when you are going from A to B, your direction, path direction and current direction, both are same. Both are same means potential I1 into P, current into resistance is nothing but potential, that potential is nothing but negative. Next, B to C, B to D, when you are going from B to D, current direction Ig, your direction BD, both are same. So Ig into G is nothing but resistance, is nothing but 0, sorry, negative. Okay, like this. Next, when you are going from D to A, okay, the current is opposite to you. So potential is nothing but I2 into R is equal to 0. From this one, I can write I1P plus IgG is equal to I2 into R. ಈ minus terms equal to 0 ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ it becomes like this. Now this is equation number. Next, one loop is over. Other loop, if you take, right? Next, look at here. By applying KVL to loop, another loop, BCDB. Right? Let me see BCDB. If you take it, okay. B to C, you are going first. So current direction, your direction, both are same. BC direction, current direction, both are same. Both are same means, okay, the potential will becomes I3 into Q is negative. Next, when you are going to from C to D, okay, current is opposite to C to D. So here you may take plus I4 into yes. Next, D to B, when you are going D to B, current is opposite. So Ig into G is equal to 0. Next, from this one, I can write I3Q is equal to I4S plus IgG. I can write that is equation number 4. E I3Q term equivalent for positive. The remaining is okay. Right. Now, when the circuit is said to be balanced, means if the current through the galvanometer is 0, then the circuit is 0. Right. Now look at here. Bridge is balanced. Which bridge is balanced? Okay, Wheatstone bridge is balanced. When the current through the galvanometer is 0. Current through the galvanometer is 0. Current through the galvanometer is 0 means that is, okay, Ig equal to 0. When Ig equal to 0, current through the galvanometer is 0, the complete circuit is said to be balanced. Okay, right. Now from this one, equation 1 becomes equation 1. I1 equal to Ig value 0. So remaining I3. So I1 is equal to I3. At the same time, equation 2 becomes equation 2. I2 plus Ig value 0. So I2 is equal to, I can write I4. In similar way, equation 3. Right, equation 3 becomes, right, what is that here? Ig value 0 means this complete term is 0. So remaining I1P is equal to I2 R again. Next, equation 4 will becomes, equation 4 here is there. I3Q is equal to IgG is 0. So remaining is I4. Yes, this is equation number 5. This is 6. Next, by dividing equation 5 with equation 6. Look at here. By dividing equation 5 with equation 6. Okay, write equation 5 by 6 here. Okay, I1P I2R is equal to look at here, I3Q I4S. But here I1 is equal to I3, so both are same, get cancelled. Next, here I2 I4 both are same, so cancel. Remaining is P by Q is equal to R by S. You can write. Now this is nothing but, okay, expression for condition for balanced Wheatstone network. Right? Now look at it. The above relation is is condition for balanced. Condition for balanced Wheatstone's bridge or network. Okay, now this is very important one. Okay, very important. See, first Wheatstone network is consist of 4 resistors PQRS in quadrilateral form. In between B and Q, a galvanometer has connected, and in between A and C, one battery cell has connected. By applying the Kirchhoff current law at node B and D, we may get two relations. By applying the Kirchhoff current loop, voltage rule, okay, to ABDA loop and DCDB loop, you may get equation 3 and 4. Very important key point is nothing but, okay, bridge is balanced when the current through the galvanometer is 0. That is IC0. From this, equation 1, equation 2, equation 3, equation 4, you may get like this. Now from this, equation 5 and 6, suppose if you, okay, change means, that means divided means, you may get the final equation. P by Q is equal to R by S is nothing but condition for balanced Wheatstone network. Right? Suppose, sir, here galvanometer has connected, here cell has connected. These two are interchanging. If the cell and galvanometer both are interchanged in bridge, then the circuit is still balanced for P by Q equal to R by S. Means yes, on interchanging the cell and battery, still the circuit is balanced. Very important for finance. Yes. Okay. Right. Next one, very simple topic is there, very important for practicals. Based upon this topic, there are 2 practical experiments are there. So this is very important. What is that means? Meter bridge. What is the meter bridge means? Meter bridge is nothing but it is one of the electrical device. That electrical device is modified form of Wheatstone network. Modified form of Wheatstone's network is called here meter bridge. Sir, to look like how the meter bridge is, okay, being means to look like meter bridge is being like this. Are you observing? Now this is the meter bridge. In this meter bridge, there are 2 L-shaped metal strips on it. Now just see, this is one L-shaped metal strip, this is another L-shaped metal strip. Now is there one here? Okay, one L-shaped metal strip and this is another L-shaped metal strip. Okay, right thereafter, in between these 2 strips, here one linear metal strip is there. Now this is the linear metal strip. See, here one, here one, here one. 3 terminals are there. 1, 2, 3. Here also, in linear one, 1, 2, 3. 3 terminals are there. 1, 2, 3. Next one. Here also 1, 2, 3. 3 terminals are there. Is it? Now this is the meter bridge, right? In which this is, see, if you just look at here, this one is A, this one is B, and this one is C. From A to C, okay, just look at here, one wire has connected. Okay, the name of the wire is nothing but manganese wire. The length of the wire also 1 meter. Okay, right. Now you just look at here. This is A and this one is B, this one is C. Is it? Now like this. Right, A and C both are connected with 1 meter length of wire, which is like this. Right, in between A and B, whatever the gap is there, this gap is called left side. So this gap is left gap. In between B and C, whatever the gap is there, that gap is right side. So right gap. In left gap, what we have to connect means we have to connect unknown resistance of wire. We have to connect unknown resistance of wire. Okay, whose resistance is nothing but R. Now, here what we have to connect means we have to connect a standard resistance box, variable resistance box. Okay, that is nothing but yes. Is it? Next two. In between B, A and C. This is A and C. Okay, Keystone network we have seen. In between A and C, we have to connect a power supply, battery, along with the key, plug key. Okay, that is nothing but K. This is nothing but battery. Right. In balanced Keystone network, okay, there is a connection of galvanometer between B and D. Right now, this is the D point. This is the B point. In between B and D, what does that means? Okay, of course, there is a galvanometer connection. Is it? Now, afterwards, what is the condition for balanced Keystone network? P by Q equal to R by S. Okay, if the Keystone network is said to be balanced, means IG becomes 0. Right? When you move the slider contact from A to C at a particular length, what you may get means you may get, okay, current through the galvanometer is 0. From A to D at a length L, if the current through the galvanometer is 0 means from this side the remaining length is nothing but what I can take 100 minus L. Okay, like this. Is it? Sir, what we have to move here means we have to move after having the all circuit connection. Now you are observing this is the jockey slider contact. Okay, this slider contact we have to move on the wire of the meter bridge from A to C like this. When you are moving from A to C like this, okay, at a particular point you may get the current in the galvanometer is 0. Where you may get the current is becomes 0. Okay, at what length on the wire you may get the current is 0. That length is said to be here balancing length. Balancing length. At the balancing length, IG is 0. Current through the galvanometer is 0. Now from A to D, at somewhere, wherever it may be, current will become 0. Galvanometer current will become 0. The remaining will becomes, okay, 100 minus L. Here this is the unknown resistance of wire. Okay, unknown resistance of wire, not Brahma. Unknown resistance of wire means any wire, single wire. Okay, small wire. You are observing here. Now this is the small wire. This wire also we can consider as a wire. But wire length must be 1 meter. Okay, we have to take. Next, thereafter, S is nothing but here resistance box. Okay, variable resistance box. You are observing here. This is the resistance box. On this resistance box, you see the values 0.1 ohm, 0.2, 3, 0.2, 0.51. Okay, here 2 ohms, 5 ohm, 10 ohm, like this is there. Whatever the resistance you have to apply, that key you must be remove it like this. Then it can be applicable. Already you have seen the galvanometer. Now this is nothing but galvanometer. Is it? Next one. By using this one, we have this is the modified form of the balanced Keystone network. K is nothing but plug key. Plug key already I have shown you. Right thereafter. Here, sir. Here this is the modified form of balanced Keystone network. Like that. Okay, we have studied here. Sir, how to take this one? Okay, there should be 4 resistors. Here one resistor is there. Here one resistance is there. Then wherever the remaining 2 resistances means here only 2 resistance. Here to here current is 0. Okay, from here to here current will become 0. Okay, from here to here current is become 0. When the current is become 0, whenever there is a more resistance is applying, then current will going to becomes decrease. Whenever you place the slider contact at this point, current is maximum. Whenever you move it like this, current value is keep on decreasing. At this length, current will become 0. That means in this one, okay, some resistance is applying because of the current is 0. Here also some resistance is applying from here to here because of current is 0. So here one resistance if you take means L divided by 100 minus L is equal to what I can write R by S, where N is nothing but here balancing. From this one, R is equal to what I can write means SL divided by 100 minus L I can take. Now by using this formula, we can find out the resistance of unknown one. That means, okay, uses of the meter bridge. First one is nothing but to find the unknown resistance of wire. To find the unknown resistance of wire. For every wire, resistance will be there, resistivity also will be there. So the same wire, okay, resistivity, that means to find the resistivity of the wire. Resistivity of wire. Resistivity means for 1 meter length, 1 meter area of cross section, whatever the resistance is there for a wire, that we can use. Next, to verify the combination of okay, resistances. Okay, to verify the combination of resistances also, we can use the meter bridge. What are the uses of meter bridge means this. Okay, this one and this one we are having as a practical one in our regular lab. So just keep it in mind. Okay, a balancing length means the length on the meter bridge at which current through the galvanometer is 0. Yes, still remaining things I will explain to you in lab regarding this meter bridge. One is nothing but what is the meter bridge? Meter bridge is a modified form of Wishbone network. What is the principle of the meter bridge? Principle of the meter bridge is balanced Wishbone network. What is the use of the meter bridge? Meter bridge is used to measure the resistance of the wire, to find out the resistivity of the wire, okay, to verify the combination of resistances, series combination and parallel combination of resistor. Okay, to verify that also we can use this. Yes.